Hi folks, my name's Darren Lambourne and I'm the audio director, musician and sound designer on Cursed Mountain. And I'm here today to give you an inside view of the audio production behind the project. With Cursed Mountain, we have a very lethal environment. It's inhospitable, it's got high altitudes, extreme cold and bleak, rugged terrain. But there's also this spiritual thread running through the game world as well. And there are themes of death, love, insanity and the occult.
You're beautiful.
So this path leads me to intertwine the music and the environmental effects. You know, one informs the other. And so the line between the score and the soundtrack are intentionally blurred. And I think it hints at a sort of a oneness, a singularity in the game world, which is what I hope will be communicated by the audio in Cursed Mountain. I collected together many instruments and materials from the region and set them up at home in an environment where I could record them whenever I felt inspired to. So you're going to hear a timbre from the region in the music score and also in the environmental effects. Tibetan singing bowls flow in and out of the wind effects, and the wind flows in and out of the music. You'll hear the sound of tiny metal bells, for example, in the snow particles that fall in the ice caves of the game. It's this combination of the real and surreal that I think you're going to find interesting in Cursed Mountain. We wanted to make the player feel small, vulnerable, and an alien in his environment. So the environmental weather effects are very important in conveying the message and giving the land itself a sense of presence and a sense of power. But inside all those powerful effects, if you stand and listen for a moment, you're going to hear sort of tortured voices and sinister echoes coming out from the shadows. I wanted to give the environment a certain honesty, so I tried to avoid the standard sort of Hollywood cliches and use the sonic diversity of the natural environment as a language used to communicate with the player. And I think that, more than anything, is what gives Cursed Mountain its own unique voice. I've never really worked on a game before where the sounds were actually so very rare, but in a strange way very familiar. They're crude, but incredibly powerful, primal sounds. There's this, again, this harshness of the wind, the thunder, the lightning, you know, huge sounds, with all this wonderful counterpoint as well of the spirituality that runs through the land. Well, thanks for tuning in, and I really hope you're going to enjoy the audio experience that Cursed Mountain has in store for you.